it's Storytime Tea. That's me, and today I'm here to tell you a story about a time that I dated someone that was very obsessive. Okay, so let me set that scene. It's like a cool little baby ago. As y'all know, I'm not gonna tell you at the exact time, but yeah. At this point in my life, it was like some stuff going on at my job, and so it was just like I had to step up a little bit more, and so I wasn't really dating anybody because I didn't really have time for anybody like that. And it was just like that during that period, I was just reading and going to work, reading, going to the gym, going to work, reading, going to the gym, going to work. It was just like do step after step. And then it was like all my friends at the time like moved away for real, so it was like all my closest friends, like they didn't live in the state, so it was just like I wasn't pressed to like go hang out with nobody because I'm just like my favorite people left me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So like yeah, so I wasn't really worried about nothing. I was kind of like really in the house or in my job. So yeah, that's basically how it was. And I had decided to go out with one of my friends, and at this point in time, me and that friend was like kind of close friends, but not for real. So he was like, yeah, come out with me. And usually when we hang out, it's either a one-on-one type of thing or it's like a big group thing. And so he was just like, yeah, I was texting everybody saying if people were trying to come out. Everybody just like, they're not really trying to come out. He was like, so I want you to come with me somewhere. And I was like, all right, cool. And then like I think like 2 hours before or something, he was just like, oh, one of my friends said they could come. You never met this person before, but they said they can come. I said, all right, bet. Meeting new people, cool. And so then they went and invited this person, and the person came. So like my friend picked me up. We had went to the destination because usually whenever me and this friend in particular do stuff, it's usually more active stuff. Like we'll go axe throwing, or we'll like go bowling or something. We'll go on a hike or something. Because I have like 3 friends where it's just like we be outside. And so he was one of those 3 friends that is just like we're gonna be outside. And so we're out, and once we get there, his friend pulls up or whatever. Y'all, like, not even trying to exaggerate, but it's just like he took his time. Yo, the Lord or the universe or whatever you want to believe in took their time creating this man, because I swear, like, I don't have a type, but he was exactly my type. And it was crazy that they would just let me see this man in this period of my life where I didn't need this. Like I was not looking for this. I did not need this. I did not want this. But then this beautiful man just appeared, you know, just appeared. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I looked at him, y'all, not even going to exaggerate. I'm not going to try to take long describing this man, and I'm going to be real quick. I promise. So this man was like such a even tone of brown. Like y'all see my face, right? Y'all see my face. Like my cheeks is light right here, and then my forehead, my chin is like darker, and then my nose is not the same color of any of those things. Like I have face colors. This man was one shade of brown, and it was even. It was even. It was the prettiest shit ever. It's like no pimples or nothing. Like just an even tone of brown. Eyebrows just eyebrowing. Like the brows was brows. Like they were thick. They was like clean, y'all. They was clean. Like, bitch, you get your eyebrows done tight clean, y'all. And his little eyelashes was lashing. Like they was doing a little. Like, I don't know. I was just existing in his world, because at this point, I was staring. I'm like, who is this man? And so he really is just so beautiful. And then like he had like the proper amount of facial hair. Like he didn't go too crazy on facial hair, but like, you know, he had some for real, you know? And then like he was just like just a good amount of like height. Like he wasn't crazy tall. He was just like a cool amount to where as though, you know, you feel safe, but you don't feel like somebody's child. That type of tall, you know? And then like, he just had the right amount of thickness on him. Like he be eating, but not too much. But like he go to the gym, but he don't be in the gym. Type B. Like I don't know, y'all. Like he was just, all right, so I'm done. And then like he had a regular little fit on, y'all. He was just so cute. I was just like, shit. So boom, they're talking and everything. Then like he comes over to me and he introduces him to me. So we talking for like 2 seconds, and then this man go on decide to tell a joke. I'm like, okay, like obviously you're trying to seduce me. This is what it is, because like you got on like a plain little outfit with your cute little face, so like your face is like even more cute because I'm not distracted by how cute your clothes is, because it's just face like, and I'm just like, bruh, like why would you come over here telling jokes? Who told you to tell jokes? Like, what the fuck is so funny? Why am I laughing? And so I'm like, bruh, fit fuck up. I'm just like, there's no way that I'm mad at this man because he's so cute. I was mad at this man because he was so cute. But yeah, I was just like, alright, it's whatever. I'm just going to ignore the fact that he's this attractive. I don't know why my friend didn't tell me to prepare my soul, but I was not told to prepare my soul. And so, like, I get out the car, we go, we get in there, and it's just like his voice is just like so beautiful. And I'm just like, y'all, I really texted my friend like, girl, I don't know why the fuck. Yo, I'm just like, I don't know why the fuck this motherfucker will put me in this predicament, but it's crazy how people try to set you up. And so I'm just like, it's whatever. I'm not really worried about it. It's cool. Like, he's not gonna get me for real. Like, he's not gonna get me. Like, I'm minding my business. Everything is cool. Like, I have stuff going on in my life. Like, I'm not worried about no man. Like, bruh, because I literally wasn't dating anybody, and I was loving the not dating anybody. So we're like doing stuff, just the three of us or whatever, because like, you know, everybody else was bluffing. And then like after a little minute, like we played a little bit, we was just like, all right, well the next one we're gonna see who will do the best. And like obviously I'm always ready for competition. Like I am her for real. Like if you want if you want to go down that road, we can go down that road, but like I'm gonna win. Most likely I'm gonna win. Like I don't even care if I never did it before. Like we could go play golf. I'm gonna win. I don't care. Regular golf, not mini golf, but regular golf, I'm still gonna win. I don't care. So I'm just like, all right, you trying to play. Like obviously I'm gonna get the most points. Obviously I'm gonna be the best because that's just something that I do. So like we can start this competition, but you played yourself. And he did. So obviously I won. And then when I won, he's just like, all right, well we didn't discuss like what the winner would get. And I'm just like, we definitely didn't. That's something we should have discussed. We should have discussed that. And so he's just like, what do you want? And I'm just like, you for real, like the fuck? But obviously I didn't say that, y'all. I didn't say that, y'all. Because that's not what I was supposed to be wanting, y'all. So I didn't say that, okay? I was just like, you know, I don't know, you know, we could just go out. We can go out and do something else, you know. Just me and you and I, you know. And he's like, all right, that sounds good. And I'm just like, I would have rather had lost. I should have lost and just seen what he said he wanted for real. I should have lost, y'all. Like, you know, you're supposed to like lose that first time. Just let the person think that they cool for real. And then beat their ass the second time. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to flex. I already know that like I'm good at this thing and I'm going to beat you and I'm going to be better than you and everything's great. So I had to act a fool because I didn't want him to just think I was a chump. I didn't want him to think I was lame. Like I really don't do this. Like I'm really not her for real. So I was just like, nah, I got shoulders in. So after that, like we had got something to eat or something like that, and then like we all had went our separate ways. Obviously, I gave him my number. Obviously, we started texting after that, and shit was supposedly cool. Like in the first couple of days, like he was cool. He was a regular person. Like he had a job. He lived kind of close. He did a lot of minding his business. And those are things that I like. So, you know, I was just like, this guy's cool for real. I'm like, I don't see anything wrong with this guy. And then I talked to my friend and he was just like, oh, shit's still cool with y'all? I'm like, is it a reason why it shouldn't be? Do he secretly got 7 kids? Is he secretly slow? Like, did he barely pass the 12th grade? Like, like I don't know, like I don't take going to college means that you're smart, so I had to say barely to pass the 12th grade. So I'm just like, just let me know like what's wrong with him. And my friend's just like, no, I'm gonna let you figure it out on your own. I'm like, why would you do that? I thought you loved me. I love you. You don't love me? And so I'm like very confused because I'm just like, wait a second, what is wrong with this man? But then I realized, bro, it gotta be something wrong with him because he's too cute to have like nothing wrong with him. Like, bro, he literally perfect. Like, It's something wrong with him. It's actually something wrong with him. So I'm just like, bro, I have not figured it out yet. And like, I'm quick to figure out what's wrong with somebody. It literally usually takes me like 2 conversations. But he was so pretty that I was just very distracted by the little social cues and the small things that people let out by accident during conversation. So I wasn't picking it up. I just was staring at him like, man, I was not like processing information. I was like writing things down in my head that I was trying to do with him. I was really just like, we could go to the park. Like I could take you on like a picnic date. Like we can. I'm like we can set up a life together. Y'all, I was not thinking nothing about like what could possibly be wrong with this man, which is something that I usually do, but I was so distracted. It was no reason because he was so beautiful. And then I'm just like, and then not you wearing glasses now? You got on glasses? Did you have glasses on when I met you? Why are you so cute? And so like it's just like that first meeting and that second meeting, like it wasn't processing. And so I really just had to talk to my friend like, bro, just let me know. Like, let me know so I'm prepared for it. Like, I just want to know, like, what's wrong with this man. Because it got to be something wrong with this man. He not a 7. Like, 7s can be perfectly fine. You know, even 8s, they can be perfectly fine. You are not finding a 9.5 that don't got something wrong with them. So I'm just like, what is it? Let me know. Yo, I was hot. So he's just like, nah, you'll figure it out. And I'm like, all right, okay, cool. And so it's like day 10 of me dating this man. And I'm just like, yo, I cannot figure it out. And then like, he's trying to like be on FaceTime with me. So it's just like, I'm like, bro, it's really not gonna work because I see your face. And then I automatically forget whatever it was that I needed to ask you to see if you were a crazy person or not. Like, whatever it was so I could see if, like, you talked to, like, 17 bitches. I'm like, I can't ask you these questions because I'm just seeing your face and I'm just like, well, it's a damn shame. Every single time I see him. So it's just like, bro, like, the amount of distracted I was insane. And I'm like, yo, this is counterproductive. Like, I'm not going to figure anything out. I'm like, we need to text. Like, we need to text and we need to text often. And I need to figure this out. Like, I need to see. But then, like, at the same time, it's just like, I would be busy. So it was just like, yeah. And so we had, like, FaceTime each other, like, 5 or whatever times. And, like, I would always text him like, oh, I'm free for you to call me, or oh, I'm free for you to text me, because like we both were like really busy. Like he had a lot of stuff going on in his life and I had a lot of stuff going on in my life, but like we were communicating at this point in time. Like everything was cool. But like after like a month passed, I think, like once we got to like that month mark, then he started being inconsistent. And I was just like, you can be inconsistent because you really just pretty for real. I know things about you, but I don't actually think that we're going to be together forever and ever. But you fine as hell, though, so I'm gonna stick beside you. I said, I'm gonna stick beside you. But I'm just like, if you want to be inconsistent, that's fine. Like, I'm going to get what I want regardless. I ain't really worried about whether or not, like, you text me all the time, but you call me all the time. I don't need you to call me all the time. Like, I don't really care for real. I'm just like, if you want to be inconsistent, that's cool. And so he would like sporadically text me and then like randomly just be like, oh, you want to hang out? And then we'll go ahead and hang out. But then like one day, like I invited him over my house. I think this was like the 3rd time he came to my house. Like, no, it was like the 5th time he came to my house. Yeah, it was like the 1st time he came to my house. And this time in particular, I cooked and we watched a movie. I picked the movie. The movie was obviously good because I picked the movie and I'm good at that. So, like, we watched a movie and everything like that. After the movie get done, it's kind of late, but like we're like talking, we're just hanging, everything's cool. And that's when like I start realizing like, all right, yeah, it's up. Like I'm on to you. Like it is something wrong with you, and I don't really know what it is yet, but like you finna show me. You finna show me. And so he's just talking, and I'm just like, this doesn't. And I can't even explain to y'all what exactly it was that he said that triggered me to realize that this man wasn't all the way there. Or like he was like a little, you know, off for real. Like, you know, but he said something and I was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, I wasn't expecting you to say that, but all right. And so after that night, like, he had told me like a lot of things, and I would make the assumption that he felt like after this night we were like extremely close, like we were closer. Like, he told me some things that he didn't tell other people, but in my opinion these things were like right underneath the surface. They weren't surface level, but they were right underneath the surface. So I didn't feel like we had made this grand connection and we was here with it. I didn't feel here with it. Like, I just felt like we was like, you know, like still on different hands, but close. We wasn't even here. We still on different hands and we was close. That's how I felt. So I'm just like, all right. But like that night, once he got home all late, cause he tried to spend the night. I'm like, then when he got home, he texted me. He's like, I'm home. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. And like the next morning, he texted me good morning, and then he was texting me all throughout the day. And then like the next day, he texted me good morning. He was texting me all throughout the day. And then I was like, hey, I'm not going to really be available to text tomorrow, like, because I got a lot of stuff going on. Like, I might possibly have, like, a double for real, because, like, this person didn't come to work and da-da-da, and it's, like, a lot of stuff going on. And then he was like, all right, cool. So he texted me in the morning to say good morning. I said good morning back. And then after that, I didn't talk to him, because I think I went to work at, like, 10 a.m. or something. But I was supposed to be getting off at 11 or something. So, like, I didn't text him, like, the whole time I was at work. Like, nigga, I'm at work. And at my old job, like, I was kind of, like, in charge of stuff. So it was just, like, I kind of need to lock in whenever the sous chef isn't there. Like, I'm the other sous chef. I got to lock in. I got to make sure, like, stuff is good. Like, I'm just, like, so I don't have time to be playing around with you. And I didn't text him. He texted me, like, 7 times. I'm just, like, all right. That don't necessarily mean anything, you know. Sometimes you text people 7 times. I'm gonna give it to you. Sometimes you text people 7 times. So I'm just like, all right. Didn't text him. Then like it was time for like me to go online or whatever. And like when I'm online, like obviously I can't talk. Like, I'm in charge of the line. I gotta make sure all the food get out. I gotta make sure like everything looks the way it's supposed to look. Everything looks uniform. All things cute. Get the food to the people. Everybody take a picture of it because it look good as shit. Type beat. So I'm just like, like it's time to present. Like, it was like a 200-person party or something like that, and like we was missing people. I think it was like 3 of us when it was supposed to be 5 of us or something. I don't even know. Like, it was just whatever. Or it was like 2 of us, and then we had like a server helper or something. I don't know. Like, I had to lock in though. That's the main point of it. I had to lock in, and this man started FaceTime calling me, and I'm just like, when the fuck we start doing that? So I like click my little side pocket because my little legs is. And I'm like, bro, and I'm trying to fix the plates and stuff, put the lids on, put it on the tray, hand it to people. Like, bro, I don't have time for this. And so then he called me again. I'm like, so the FaceTime didn't work, so then you regular called me and you thought I was going to answer? You thought I was going to answer? Bruh, you didn't even take like time in between, like, oh, maybe she's in the bathroom. Oh, maybe she's busy. I'm going to call her in 30 minutes to, you know, whatever. No, he literally called me. As soon as he hung up, he called me again. And I'm just like, boy. And so he was geeking, but I was just like, you know what, it's whatever. I finished all my stuff on the line and whatever, and then it was like time for me to clean up everything like that so I could like eat, go on my break. I didn't really get a break. I didn't actually get a break. Like, I didn't even go on break. Like, I literally just cleaned up everything, and I was just like, bro, I'm ready to go home. Like, it's late, like, and we still gotta do dessert, and like, I'm just like, bro, I'm ready to go. And so after I had got everything together, I'm like, I'm gonna text him. I'm like, hey, I'm still busy. I ain't reading none of your texts. I seen that you called me. I'm gonna hit you when I get home. He said okay, but he didn't mean that okay, because he called me another like 2 times. And I'm just like, I'ma beg you. Cause like, I don't like when I tell people I'm not available and then they try to make me available. Bitch, I'm not available. Get out of here. And so like, I'm just like, all right, whatever. And then once I'm like on my way home, like, I'm just like, hey, I'm on my way home. And then I get to my house, whatever. I take my shower. I get out of that shower. He had texted me like another 5 times. Like, what are you even saying for you to have 5 messages? What is going on? And so, like, after that, I was just like, all right. I texted him. I'm just like, yeah, I was really busy today. Like, you don't need to call me. Like, if I don't answer that first call, you don't need to call me a second time, because, like, I'm not going to answer the second call either. Like, you need to just wait until I'm available. And he was just like, oh, yeah, my bad. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I'm not going like, all right, you got it. And so then he was like, oh yeah, I just wanted to set up another date for us to go out, whatever. I'm just like, okay. So we went out, and like once we went out on this date, he came back to my house. On this night in particular, we went swimming. I fucked up. I shouldn't have did that. I know people are like, bro, like, what was the reason? Like, bro, I already told y'all how fine this man was and how fine he didn't need to be. And like on this night in particular, he like stepped up to fineness because he planned a very nice date. I was very intrigued again. He kind of lost me when he was acting a fool and calling me and texting me and getting on my damn nerves. But he brought it back. And I was just like, you know what? Water is wet, water is warm, cool. Let's go. Baby suits out. Baby suits out. And so I was just like, all right, cool. Everything's great. Still kicked him out of my house. I'm like, bye. See you later. And so then he left. And like once he got home, he was like, oh, I can't wait to see you again. Oh, da-da-da-da-da. Great date. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. And then like the next morning he texted me. And I'm like, all right. We're going to have a regular little day. I'm not busy today, so I'm going to be able to hit him up. Everything will be cool. But then something happened with my mother. And then I was like with my mother like all day. And like I was busy and I didn't have time. And so then like he just was blowing my phone up again. I'm like, bro, why are you blowing my phone up? But then he like took it a step further because he came to my house. Mind you, I was not at home. I was with my mother. He came to my house. He was just like, oh, I'm at your door. I'm like, why are you at my door? I'm like, what do you mean you're at my door? I'm not at my door. Why are you at my door? And so he's just like, oh, I just wanted to see you. I didn't know if you were home or not, but like I was over in this neighborhood. And I'm just like, why was you over in this neighborhood? Because last time I checked, you told me that you just moved over east. I'm over west. Why you over here? Because you used to live over here, but you don't live over here no more. So why you over here? I'm like, bruh, nah. And so I'm just like, you went out of your way to come to my house and you did not ask me because you come to my house and you just thought I was going to be in the house because I was off today and you're wild for that. And so he's just like, oh no, I just thought it would be cool if you was actually home, but since you're not, I guess I'll talk to you later or whatever. I'm just like, okay. And him talking to me later was him literally texting me 30 minutes later to see if I was home. And I'm just like, no, I'm with my Mima. Get out of here. I'm so mad. And so I'm hanging out with her. This day in particular, she had me going all around the world. Like we drove everywhere, y'all. I swear we was in every county, in every city, whatever. We was there. And so I didn't get home until it was like kind of late. Like even though I had got with her at like 11 a.m. Like I didn't get home until it was like 8 or something. And so I got home and he was just like, was you really with your mother? And I'm like, boy, don't get cussed the fuck out. I'm like, bro, you better leave me alone. And I'm not playing. And so I'm like, yeah, I was with my mom. We did a bunch of stuff today. Oh, what y'all do? So I told him what we did, but like when he asked me what we did, it seemed like he was trying to check, trying to verify. Because he didn't think I was really with my mother. I was with my Mima. Leave me the fuck alone. And so I was mad, Joe. And I was trying not to be mad, but I hate when people try to question what I done did. If I said I did something, I did it. And if I didn't do it, I did it anyway. Because who is you talking to? But I really was with her. And so he's just like, oh, so you ain't have time for me today. And I'm just like, nigga, no. Like, leave me alone. He's just like, well, you in the house now, so I could come over. And I'm just like, but you not, though. He's like, you don't want to go out? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, you had a long day? I'm like, yeah. And at this point, I was being smart because I was kind of fed up. And I'm like, bro, I had a long day. I don't have time to be playing around with you. Like, you supposed to be the person that's like, cool for me to talk to at the end of the day. You're not supposed to be the person that's annoying me all throughout the day. Like, relax. And so, like, I ended up telling him, like, you doing a little bit too much, buddy. Just a little bit. Like, might want to tone it back a little bit. I don't know if that was your true intentions, but, like, you're scaring the hoes. And so, I'm just like, because now my friends think you crazy because you just be calling me. Why are you calling me? So, yes. Basically, the next day came and then he texted me good morning, whatever. We talked throughout the day and it was like a regular little day. But it was just like, again, he calling me. I'm like, why are you calling me? And so then the next day came, I had to go to work, obviously. So I went to work and like while I was at work, he was just like, oh, I got you some stuff. I'm like, what could you possibly have got me? Because at this point in time, it's like we had been dating for like 2 months, 3, I don't know, something in that nature, something around that general area. And I'm just like, I feel like you know me enough to get me something, but at the same time, how well do you know me actually? And so then he got me like some random stuff that I would have never got myself, and stuff that I didn't necessarily need or want. But you know, I'm gonna appreciate you for like the thought and the effort. And so I was like, thank you. I just feel like you needed a reason to come to my house. Like, I don't feel like you were just trying to be sweet. I feel like you was just like, if I told her I got her something, she gonna tell me come over. And so then I'm gonna be able to be at her house, and I'm gonna be able to get on her nerves. And I'm gonna be able to go swimming again, and we're gonna be cool, and everything's gonna be great. Yay, yay, yay. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, he came to my house. We hung out for like a little minute, and then I told him to get out. Because it was just like, he had came over after I had got off work, and like I got off work at like a not reasonable time. So I was just like, bruh, gone. And so he left, and then he texted me, and then he called me, and I'm just like, this is getting out of hand. Because like when we first started, you was not like this. Like if you was like this from the very beginning, I would know what I'm getting into. But you wasn't always like this. So you need to stop. Get out of here. And like it was getting annoying. And so I was just like, yeah, again, I'm going to let you know you're getting on my nerves and you need to relax. And so he's just like, oh, my bad. I just felt like we were closer ever since that night. I just felt like we were more in tune. And, you know, we was like this for real. I'm just like, we here. We ain't even as close as we was. We here. I'm sorry, baby. We not even here. We here, baby. I need you to. And so he's just like, yeah, so I just want to be around you all the time. And da-da-da. I'm just like, you ain't got family members or something? You haven't got no friends or something? And so I text my other friend. I'm just like, hey, so is he crazy? And that's what it was, because it's his craziest show, and I don't know why he keep blowing my shit up like this and like I don't know what's going on. He was just like, bruh, like that's y'all thing, whatever y'all got going on, I'm not getting involved. I'm just like, you are the reason we're here, so like no, like you involved, you're big involved. And so like I was fed up, and so he was just like, oh, I'm going to relax. I'm not going to be all extra anymore, I promise. I was just going through something last week, whatever. I'm like, okay. And so he's literally cool for one day. Like, one business day, this man was cool. He was cool for one business day. And then he's back on his bullshit. And so I didn't text him for like 2 days. I'm like, bro, get out of here. But like I posted on Instagram just so he could see, hey, she alive. Like, I'm not dead. I'm ignoring you. I want you to know that I'm ignoring you. Because I'm ignoring you. And so he texted my friend like, oh, is she okay? She isn't texting me back. And so my friend just like, bro, you know she okay. She just don't want to talk to you. He's just like, why would she want to do that? Why wouldn't she want to talk to me? He's just like, bro, you annoying. And so he texted me. He was just like, so you think that I'm annoying? And I'm just like, bro, why would you... Y'all, I was fed up. And so I'm like, all right. Let's just go out. Let's just be regular. Let's just do regular people stuff. I'm going to give you some attention. Everything will be cool. You're going to stop acting like this. Because you really acting like this and you really blowing me. And so we went out. And then he ended up spending the night. And that was the first time he spent the night. And I shouldn't have allowed him to spend the night, y'all. I don't know why I let him spend the night, but I did. And so he, in my house, wilding, like he's just like, oh well, I'm gonna leave this toothbrush here, and this is the type of soap I like to use, so I'm gonna leave this here. And I'm just like, you're not moving in. You're not moving in. Why are you trying to leave things in my house? This is the first time you even spent the night. Like, what are you even talking about? He's like, yeah, because next time, like, I don't want to have such a big bag that I had to bring over. So, like, if I leave my toothbrush and my toothpaste here, and my special little washcloth that I like to use, because I like to use a full exfoliating washcloths, then, like, I could leave those couple of things here. And so then next time I just have to bring, I'm like, get out. But I was like, you know what? I'm being extra. Maybe men just be like this. Maybe this is just how they are. So I'm like, maybe this is the new kind of man that dropped the other day. So I was just like, all right, whatever. So he left his things there. Okay, he left his things there. The morning when he left, like I made him something to eat because like he didn't have to go to work and I had to be to work late. So I was just like, yeah, I'll make you something to eat. Made him something to eat. We ate together. He left. He said good morning when he left. I don't know why I needed good morning text after I just seen you, but cool, bet. And then like he was like texting me throughout the day and I wasn't responding back because I just had too much stuff to do. And so then after I wasn't saying nothing to him or nothing like that, he just started blowing my phone up again. And I'm just like, bruh, this is out of control. And so I like ignored him again for like 3 days. I'm just like, you're doing the most. Like, no, get out of here. And so he came to my house and he called me. Like, he FaceTimed me. And I was at my house, and obviously I didn't answer the door. I'm like, boy, get out of here. And, like, my house has, like, 2 doors or whatever. Like, every place I ever lived had 2 doors. Like, the place I'm at now got 2 doors. But, yeah, so I had a lock at the front door. And so he couldn't just get in and come to my door. And so he, like, rang my bell. Obviously, I didn't come, like, get out of here. And he, like, sent me this long message, like, I just felt like we were closer than that for you to be not talking to me. Like, did you ghost me? Do you not like me anymore? Like, whole ass paragraph. Like, I can't believe that you would do this to me. Like, I thought you cared about me. And I'm just like, bruh, I just didn't talk to you for like 2 days. But like, you being extra and I'm tired. We not in a relationship and I don't know why you doing this to me. Why are you doing this to me? Stop it. And so he's just like, yeah, it's okay though. I understand you just don't want to answer the phone. Everybody isn't always ready for a FaceTime call, so I'll regular call you next time. My bad. He was just like he would say a bunch of stuff to me and then he'll like give solutions on his own after he just sent this whole long paragraph. He'll like send a paragraph underneath it to like solve his own problems because I didn't text him back fast enough and he couldn't wait. And I'm just like, the fuck? And so then after that, I was just like, yo, he's geeking. And I just really didn't want to talk to him anymore. And so then he came to my house again when I wasn't there. And like my neighbor let him in. And so my neighbor let him in the hallway. I wasn't home and he like sent me a little note. Like he like put a little note in my mailbox. Like he folded it up and everything, stuck it in there. And I'm like, bitch. So I go to open my mailbox when I got home because it was like mail day for real. I open it up and I see his little note. I'm like, why is a little note in here? I was like, what the fuck is this serial killer shit? So I get inside my house, open it up. Him. Extra as hell. Yeah, I can see that you aren't really feeling me anymore, but I just want you to know that I'm always here, and whenever you're ready to talk, I'll be ready to talk, and I don't harbor any hard feelings against you or anything. I don't give a fuck, Keisha. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, because I had literally texted him like that morning and just was like, yeah, you doing a little bit too much, and I'm like not really trying to talk to you. Like, I just got too much stuff going on. Like, we can still talk, we can still date or whatever. Like, if you relax, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, you know, like I was getting real aggressive at this point because I'm like, I'm mad. You getting on my nerves, bro. Like, you need to back up. And so he was just like, he didn't respond to that message until like hours later, even though I seen him read it, and I'm like, bro. And so instead of responding to my message, he gonna send a little note in my mailbox? Like, what? Alright, so yeah, it was just a little bit too much. And I had got home the day after that, after he had sent the note and everything, and he had FaceTimed me, and like he was outside my house when I had gotten in the house. And like he had a truck, and like it was a truck that like everybody don't just have. Like, you don't just have that truck for real. Like, I only ever dated like 3 people with a truck, but like his truck is like one of those ones that stick out because it's just big as shit for no reason. Like, he had a big ass truck, like big white truck, like big black truck, like huge. And I'm like, you're in my parking lot and I know that it's you. It doesn't matter if you have tents or not. Like, it's you. What the fuck are you doing here? And so like when I got in the house and he FaceTimed me, I'm just like, I'm going to ignore your ass. And so then he called me and I answered the phone. I'm just like, bruh, what do you want? And he's just like, I'm outside your house. I was waiting for you to get home. And I'm just like, why? I told you I'd get off at 10, not for you to pull up. I told you I'd get off at 10 so you would know when I'm like going to hit you back up because I'd be busy at work. Why are you outside my house? He was just like, I just needed to see you today. I had a hard day. Like, I had a long day. Like, I just needed to see you, Tisha. Why don't you want to see me, Tisha? And I'm like, bro, just come in. I don't have time for this shit. So he came in. We talked. I'm thinking like, maybe shit gonna be cool, like maybe he not gonna be crazy, but like then also I kind of fell into the trap. Y'all know what trap I done fell into. I didn't even have the energy to be going swimming or nothing like that. Like I wasn't prepared for anything like that. Like I'm looking off into space because I know like it was wrong because he's already crazy and I ain't gonna do nothing but make him crazy. But I did it anyway. I did it anyway. So, alright. He spent the night. My bad, y'all. And then he left the next morning, even crazier than he was before. I did not talk to him the next day, but the day after that, I was just like, hey, I was busy yesterday, and I'm cool with you today. We can talk today, whatever. He tried to set up another date. I'm just like, I ain't really feeling dates for real. Like, you cool for real, but I ain't really trying to do all of that. I feel like I kind of gave you a little bit too much attention, and I kind of made you feel like maybe this was going to turn into something, but it's not, because I don't like your personality enough for all of that. Like, you funny for real, kinda, I guess, but like, your crazy is outweighing your funny, and I ain't really got time for that. And I try to be really, like, descriptive when I tell people like why we not finna talk no more. Like I don't want it to be any error. I don't want them to be confused in any way. I don't want them to think, oh, we still talking when we not talking, or oh, this could progress into something when I know it ain't gonna progress into nothing. I'm just like, no, raps. Like I like doing stuff with you. Like we could go to the pool. Like we could go to the pool. Going on dates with you, I don't really think I even want to do that with no more. Like, I'd rather go on friend dates with my friends and, pay my part of the check. I don't really feel like doing with whatever you got going on. You're getting a little bit too crazy, and I don't want to feed into that for real. And so, he's just like, no, I'm chill for real. Like, I know you thinking like, oh, this guy's so extra, but no, like, I'm really chill. Like, give me another chance. And like, fuck me. Alright, cool, bet, let's go. And so like we go on another date, and then after this date, like I didn't talk to him again for like a day or two, and then he like started calling me and texting me and doing this stuff again, and then like he like put another note underneath my door or whatever. Like, well, it didn't go underneath my door. He actually taped it to my door, which was more wild. He like got like a little letter. You know how like people be getting like little letters, like little birthday cards or whatever. Like he had like a little envelope, but it was like a birthday envelope type beat, and there was a card in there, and like the card was like appreciation card. I didn't know those existed, but it's an appreciation card, and then he put all of this stuff in there. Like he wrote me like a little poem and all. I'm just like, I'm still not gonna text you back. I texted him back though. I was like, oh, I got your card. Yeah, it's crazy that you just keep on coming inside my apartment complex like you supposed to be here or something, but alright. I'm like, you kind of need to stop doing that shit. You're actually geeking, but alright. And then after that, I didn't text him because I didn't want to keep on enabling this man. Like, I'm not going to keep on texting you and making you think that, like, you have a chance, because you really don't. And, like, I really don't like you like that. Like, you just a little entertaining in certain aspects, like the bedroom. So I'm just like, yeah, that's it. Like, that's all you, that's where you reside. That's where you reside. And so I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, but you got to get it together. And so then the next day, I was, like, hanging out with one of my friends. It was one of my guy friends. And he was at my house. Like, we was watching, I want to say the regular Baki, like, not Baki Hana, but, like, regular Baki. We was watching that, I think. And, like, then all of a sudden, like, I hear something outside my window, and I'm like, this nigga, bruh, he pulled his big-ass truck in the back of my apartment complex and was playing music loudly outside my shit. Y'all, I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but at my old house, it was, like, my window to my bedroom was basically, the outside of it was an alley. And so, like, people would drive through that alley sometimes. And so he parked his big ass truck in the back of there and started fucking playing music loudly and fucking standing on the top of his hood fucking singing to me. Yo, what was he singing? I don't remember, because I was mad. I'm like, bro, what if I had a shorty in here? Yo, I would have got cut off. I was mad. I'm like, bro. So I open my window mad as shit. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He's just like, you haven't been talking to me, and I just want to show my love and my appreciation for you, and I just want to show you that I really care for you, and da 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 da. I'm like, bro, you are literally insane. You got to get it the fuck together. Pull yourself, roll it back in, pull yourself together. I don't know if this ever worked for you in the past, but I'm telling you now, you will get arrested. And don't let it be a man here. You will get shot. Pew pew type shit. Like, no, you gotta go. It's something wrong with you. Actually, something wrong with you. You need to get off of your car. You need to get back inside. You need to put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Like, you need to go. Like, this is unacceptable. He's just like, well, I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna come around front. You're gonna come around front after I just told you to get the fuck out of here. And so my friends in my house like, bro, that's not real. Like, he didn't actually do that. Like, he ain't actually do that. I'm like, when I tell you just, like, did you not hear the music? He like, I heard the music. And like, I heard the conversation, but like, he wasn't out there trying to serenade you. He wasn't doing that. And I'm like, and not you serenading me with a newer R&B song. Like, come correct. Like, Belle Biv DeVoe me. Like, the fuck? Jodeci. Drew Hill. Like, why did you come to my house playing like some like random ass like Chris Brown song or something? It wasn't even Chris Brown, bro. Like, who was it? I don't even know. I'm just like, who is this nigga? I'm like, you gotta come correct if you're gonna do some foolish shit. You just have to come correct. And he did not come correct. And I was not impressed. I'm like, get your foolish ass out of here. So he did in fact drive around front. And I did in fact go outside because I was like, this man is insane. I was just like, all right, I really appreciate the effort that you put in to, like, you know, setting up, you know, this song and coming to my back window and singing to me and whatever it is that you thought that you was about to get out of this. I'm sorry, you're not getting that shit. You're actually insane and I need you to vacate the premises. But like in the sweet way. I didn't say it like that. I said it very sweetly. And it was no aggression in my voice. And I sound like I was, you know, not about to beat him the fuck up. I sounded like I was not about to beat him the fuck up. But I was. And at the end of this day, I think he realized, yeah, I fucked up. I fumbled because I showed my crazy a little too early in this relationship and she wasn't in love with me yet and I should have waited a little longer to show my crazy. Yes, that was correct. You should have waited a little longer because you should not be acting crazy about somebody after 2 months. You didn't get that much coochie. I'm sorry. 2 months is not amount of time to where so you should be acting crazy. So, like, at this point in time, you guys, I would just like to say that the moral of the story is if you're crazy, maybe get uncrazy. Maybe see a doctor. Maybe get a therapist, you know. Figure out your triggers. Find out why you are crazy. Work towards not being crazy and obsessive. And, you know, be a regular human being because you can't do stuff like that. You can't show up to people's places of living and not ask them if you could come. You can't get on rooftops and... You can't get on car hoods and sing songs to people outside their back window. It's a little crazy. It looks a little wild. I'm sorry. And so that's the moral of the story. Like, get some help. If you need to get some help. Talk to a friend before you make rash decisions. Before you text somebody 7 times, ask yourself, why is it that they didn't text you back the last 3 times? Ask yourself that, okay? So, yeah. That is the moral of the story, you guys, and I did not like that experience. He was geeking. It wasn't worth it. The swimming, it was not worth his crazy, okay? I don't do that anymore. I'm sorry. Like, you're gonna have to try real hard if you're trying to. You're gonna have to try real hard because, like, the amount of times that people have acted ridiculous after that, like, the number is up. So it's up. Like, I'm done. So, like, I think, like, he was, like, the second to last person to get those privileges. Because, like, I was just fed the fuck up. So, like, yes. Yeah, that was the moral of the story. Just get your shit together. Yeah, get your shit together. Do things that make sense. Be sane. Be a sane human being. Yes, ask a friend before you do the things that you decide that you're going to because it's crazy out here in these streets. Yes. So, if you like the story, obviously, like the video. Because I know y'all hate liking the video. But I'm going to tell you to do it anyway. So, like the video, subscribe if you're new. And also, for me, Storytime Tish, the tea is over. Peace and love.